Michael Rogner with Tomahawk Nation, and today we're going to review the preview. We're going to go back 4 months. We're going to dig up the season preview that I wrote, look at those predictions, and basically see how I did. This can be a little bit of a humbling experience because, you know, when you go back and you look at the stuff that we wrote 4 months ago, it can sometimes look like we're full of crap and we don't actually know what we're talking about. But I'm just going to lay it all out on the table, and then we can move on, root for the Noles. So the ACC tournament starts today. Florida State's a 3 seed, won't actually play until tomorrow, play the winner of Miami and Georgia Tech. So going back to that preview, today we're the 3 seed, and in November we said that Florida State would be the 3 seed. Hey, we got that one right. To be fair, we thought that Florida State would win 11 conference games, and in reality they won 12 conference games, thanks to Michael Snare and his little buzzer beater mania. Seems a little selfish on his part, don't you think? That's the ACC. The ACC is easy. There's only 12 teams. We said they'd be the 3 seed. They are the 3 seed. Big deal. Looking at the national scene, there's 345 teams. So it's much harder to sort of bin your team into that, you know, much larger pool. To do that, we go to Ken Pomeroy. As you know, if you read the site, we don't mess around with points per game or, you know, rebound margin or any of that meaningless crap. We use real statistics that are meaningful, and in this case we're talking about points per possession. So on the season, we thought that Florida State's offense would be improved from last year. Last year I think Florida State was 130th or so out of those 345 teams, and this year we thought that they would improve significantly up into about the 90 to 100 range, which is what we called in the preview. So 90 to 100, and they finished 98th. Huh, got that one right. So what does that mean, 98th? We're looking at points per possession. We thought that FSU would score 1.06 points per possession, or 106 points for every 100 possessions. If you don't understand why we're talking about possessions, go back, read some of this stuff, and then come back and watch this again. So 106 points for 100 possessions, and Florida State scored 105.4. Weird. That's actually really, really, really close to what we predicted. Got that one. So 105.4, we said 106, so they scored, you know, 0.6 points less than we thought they would for every 100 possessions, which is almost 2 games. So defense, Florida State had the #1 defense the last 2 years in a row, but they lost Chris Singleton, who was the world's greatest defender ever, anywhere. And then also lost Derwin Kitchen, who's a very good defender. So where would they go this year? We knew that Florida State would take a step back. We didn't know how far, but there's no way they're going to have the #1 defense 3 years in a row, especially after losing, you know, 2 really key players. So we projected that they would allow 88 points per 100 possessions. So scoring 106 points per 100, allowing 88 per 100, that's a pretty good team. That's a you know, a tournament lock. So 88 points per 100 possessions, and they actually allowed 87.8. Whoa. So 88 points, 87.8 they actually allowed. Say there's 60 possessions in a game, 30 games, that's you know, 1,800 possessions, and we were off by 0.2, which would be, over the course of the season, would work out to 4 points. Is that right? We're off by 4 points? Holy crap. Dude, we crushed it.